I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 219. Ryan Block at Engadget is reporting the iPhone has been completely SIM unlocked by the team at iPhoneSimFree.com. Ryan says the unlock process only took a couple of minutes. They demoed it on his phone and he got full T-Mobile service after activation. There's a link to his Engadget report in the show notes. He also has video showing it working. The only thing missing, of course, is visual voicemail. Instead, the voicemail button sends you to your provider's voicemail recordings. I usually save iPhone news for the iCali show, but I figured this has crossover value. One important note, the software that makes this possible hasn't been released yet. I'm sure those details will be first made available at iPhoneSimFree.com. In other Apple news, there's a special event on September 5th where everyone is pretty confident new iPods will be announced. Can't wait! We here at GBTV have a weakness. A perversion. Let's just call it a fetish. It comes up from time to time on the brief, and although it bears no direct connection to tech, some way, somehow, it seems to fit. It's not just Geek Brief, I see it on other gadget blogs as well. The weakness I speak of is for barbecue, and the latest example of a barbecue story sneaking its way into the world of gadgets is at the Sci-Fi Channel's tech blog. It's a story about how a Manhattan barbecue restaurateur commissioned a motorcycle with a barbecue smoker in the sidecar position. The Sucky McSuckerson part of the story is that the bike isn't street legal. We have a Texan president. It looks like he's kind of obligated to issue an executive order to rectify that. Many congrats to Nintendo. The Wii has surpassed lifetime sales of Xbox 360. Total sales for the Wii worldwide are 10.57 million. The 360 total is 10.51 million, and the PS3 is a sad little 4.32 million. My Nikon D40 is working out just fine for me. I'm not into photography enough to long for the new D300. Just as my D40 is an entry-level consumer DSLR, the D300 is an entry-level pro cam. It has a 51-point autofocus system and shoots 12.3 megapixel shots at 6 frames per second. Nikon also announced the D3 with a 12.1 megapixel full-frame sensor and a whopping 25,600 ISO. The D3 shoots 9 frames per second. If you've virtually been around me very long, you know all about my love for the Tivoli Model 1 radio. The Tangent Quattro Wi-Fi alarm radio seems inspired by Model 1 design, but it's very different in functionality. It has Wi-Fi and streams internet radio to your bedside. Yawn a little, then wake up to realize the Quattro also streams MP3 files from your computer. We have this wake-up playlist that slowly moves us from dream nirvana to hyper-alertness. Our Media Mac, though, is nowhere near the bedroom, so I'd love to have this alarm clock. I have a sneaky, stinking feeling, though, that it's only going to be available in Europe. Blimey! Joopz, that's Joopz, is a two-way web-to-mobile SMS service. Y'all all know I'm not a big fan of getting charged for SMS because I don't choose to use it very much. Joopz makes two-way web texting a reality. You can send messages to individuals or groups. Recipients can choose to respond to your Mac or your PC. Bookmarked. I got a Google alert for EduardoCarrillo.com. He used promo code GB3 to get a huge discount on his domain name so that he no longer has to tell people, just go to some random website that you've never heard of.com and it should all be there. That made me laugh. And then, as any domain name addict should, I immediately went to GoDaddy.com and registered the name, some random website that you've never heard of.com. Eduardo, you should have added that to your cart too because now it's pointed toward the brief. I'm Callie Lewis. Next up, the Grand Canyon.
Now you can watch the best of Pod Show TV on TiVo. We're in the TiVocast section of the Find Programs menu at TiVo Central. Get your season pass today. It's free, and you'll never miss an episode. More information on the web at tivocast.podshow.com.